Hello everyone. Today we're going to talk about the athletic fee. We're just going to talk about tuition itself, but we decided to narrow it down to one of the most expensive fees, which is the sports events. And we were going to have the athletic fee versus the sports pass. That's what we were going to introduce to you guys.
And our group consists of myself, Cole Savage, Kaylee Merrill, Josh Cruzan, and Trevor Frank.
And I'm Sean Rathbone.
With our student fees, on average, they have increased 5.5 to 9.7% over the last few years in student fees alone.
Most students are misinformed of all these fees that are being raised. We're not aware of how this goes down. We just pay the fee and expect something to happen.
We spoke to a few students. They don't know exactly what their fees cover, how they're broken down, or why they're having to pay them. And on average, a student pays $300 to $500 per semester in student fees, and that doesn't include tuition at all. That is only the fees.
In the last 12 years, tuition and fees have almost doubled. We'll talk about that a little bit later in the program. We have a graph that talks about the tuition. And
the athletic fee is required by all students. Whether they attend athletic events or sporting events or not, they still have to pay that athletic fee.
And the reason why we're so against this is because there's no solution in sight for lowering costs of tuition and fees. We've talked to Utah State and we've asked them if there's any option, and they just said that they didn't know what to do.
So here's one of those tables. This is from 2009-2010. We are focusing on 12 to 13 credits because that's what's considered a full-time student. Most of the students here are full-time. As you see, in total, a student pays $381 if they are 12 credits. For 13 credits, it's $392 in student fees. And it goes all the way across, as you can see, everywhere from activity, building, athletics, blue bike, shuttle, all sorts of fees that we pay. But we wanted to focus on the athletic fee because it is the most expensive. $119 for 12 credits, $123 all the way up to $147 for 25 credits. One thing we talked about with students is the more credits they take, the less likely they are to attend an athletic event because they're busy doing their homework and their studies. But the more credits you take, the more you pay for athletic fees, even though you're less likely to attend. And as this shows here, from 2007 to 2008, in 2009-2010, athletic fee increased 111.65%. That's almost $65 per credit that they increased. And then again, this coming year, 2012 to 2013, athletic fees have gone up again another 5%, going all the way up to $225 for 12 credits, almost $130 for 13 credits, all the way down to $155 for 25 credits, totaling $441 in student fees for 12 credits, all the way up to almost $550 for 25 credits. Even though you take more classes, you have less time for athletic events, you still pay more.
now, we decided to contact other schools, other colleges, and see what options they have with the sporting events. We contacted BYU, and I know that a lot of you people are probably shuddering right now, but they actually have not a bad idea with the sport, with their athletic events, how they go down. They have what we call a sports. It's called a sports pass, and what that does is it eliminates the student athletic fee.
And that's school-wide. It eliminates it. No student pays an athletic fee. It grants access to every NCAA home sporting event. It also has the option of a sports pass with football or without football, without being less money than the pass with football.
I personally think this is pretty cool. This thing, it's rotated and non-rotated seat options, meaning when you get the pass, you can have your seats the same time the whole year without them switching around, or you can have the option of, yeah, let's sit in a group and let's be over here this game, and let's go over here in the fall time. In November, let's go over here in the center.
And as Sean was mentioning, you can do it as a group. That if you have a group of friends that goes to every football game together, you can have rotating seats together so you're always with each other. Another school that we contacted was Texas A&M, and they have extremely similar sports pass as BYU. Theirs varies a little bit. One thing is versus rotating, non-rotating, their seats are assigned out of a pool that it's just randomly drawn, and you get your ticket the night before the sporting event via email. Other one is their students are encouraged to share their sports pass with their friends. They can either have the sports pass and take their friend at a discounted rate, or let their friend use their sports pass. And so both schools use that to eliminate those student fees.
So you're probably thinking right now, is there an option? Is there a solution to this? Well, we've come up with a solution. We call this the True Blue Sports Pass.
It gives selective to students. It allows you to pick what fees you pay. For instance, somebody that takes 15, 16 credits may not have time for sporting events, so they opt out of paying for the sports pass because they don't have time to attend the game versus someone that does. This
will lower the tuition and fees by a percentage, and it also allows students to bring guests at reduced cost to football games.
It gives students priority seating. You're not having to try to get to a better seat. That with the True Blue Pass, you have priority seating so that you're getting better seating in the student section. And it allows attendance to all home games of 10 to 14 sports, which include men and women's basketball. We have an option as well that comes with football or without football. It goes to women's soccer, men and women's tennis, volleyball, gymnastics, softball, track and field, cross country. All of these are examples of games or sporting events students can attend.
Now also there's also an option to not include the football games. If you just are a big basketball fan, soccer fan, tennis fan, and you don't really have time to go to the fall, you can also choose it to go to the other sporting events.
It comes with discounted rates at local restaurants and stores. That will help lower the fees because we have stores and restaurants that are helping sponsor that will give discounts on game night to their particular location.
Comes with a True Blue t-shirt and also some incentives at particular events. You can get free pizza, ice cream. I mean, who doesn't want free ice cream, at a football game? And you can do tailgating for free.
These are just some of the incentives that come with it. But some of the other features or advantages of a True Blue Pass is it increases Aggie pride, and that's school-wide. It increases that support.
It raises support for sporting events with low attendance.
It also helps eliminate the athletic fees school-wide, which lowers those costs and those fees.
I think this part right here gives the student the option is the key part, because a lot of us don't really know about that. But I mean, our pass will be broadcasted to where everyone will have the option to either get the pass or not, and not be charged that student athletic fee.
And it can save student money, like we talked about. If they don't have time to attend, they don't have to purchase one. But it also encourages community attendance to the sporting events because the community members can purchase a sports pass as well.
Also, we can forego the stress of waiting in lines at games. I know that every football game, every basketball game, when there's a big rival, it's always jam-packed. You're always stressing, trying to save spots in line. People are getting mad. But however, we offer the Fast Pass, and there's no waiting in line because your seats are assigned to you.
And this is just an example of what the True Blue Pass could look like. Of course, True Blue got to have Utah State's logo up there, the U. Gives you your student ID, but also with that, you can share your sports pass like Texas A&M if needed or if wanted. So this is just an example of what the True Blue Pass would look like.
And True Blue is the ultimate Aggie passport. That's the way to go.
We appreciate your time, and we hope this does help lower student fees and help raise awareness of what we pay for as students.
Thank